watching that, I felt like an audience member myself, watching that happen between the two. So it was extremely, extremely fun.
Mistress, I have a little bit of news.
Don't ruin my morning.
I met Angelina in the first film when I was 14, so I feel like I've grown up with her, and she's watched me grow up, but I've also grown up with this character, much like Aurora, and getting the phone call for the first time of getting the first movie was something that was just like mind-blowing, such a really exciting and life-changing phone call, really.
I've worked with Angelina before, and I was very excited to work with her on this. Obviously, she's a phenomenal actress, and as everybody knows, and she also has this, this really deep investment in all of the work that she does and all of the films she makes, and I think that they all really represent her worldview as well, and that's a very exciting place to spend time. So I really loved it.
She had everyone's back as well. She cares so much about every element, and that, I think that comes across in the film, because she left no stone unturned, and she encouraged everyone to feel like they could bring something special and they could contribute towards it, and it was really impressive watching her work, and I felt very privileged to work with her.
She's extremely hands-on, she's very hardworking. We spent, months and months working on the script, of course, at her house and with screenwriters, and it never stops. She's relentless, and there's a reason, for why she's so good. And famous and all of that. It's just like she's very particular in what she wants. It can be the angle of the horns or the color of her lips. It's hours and hours and hours. It never stops, and that's fascinating to watch. It's fascinating to be a part of that and to see her. And see that process. It's very inspiring.
With our job, it's weird, you become very close during the period of working, and then, she's particularly busy as Angelina Jolie. We're not texting or calling each other, but I think we both consider one another friends. She's been incredibly loyal to me and supportive of me in getting this part in the first one, in making sure that the character still has a presence in the movies, and I'm incredibly grateful to her for that. And I really, she is a mate. Yeah, and I admire her enormously.
It was definitely a pinch me moment on set every day, getting to watch them and just learn from them and be in the middle of them going head to head and watching that. I felt like an audience member myself, watching that happen between the two. So it was extremely, extremely fun.
You have done an admirable job going against your own nature to raise this child. But now she will finally get the love of a real mother. Tonight, I consider Aurora my own.
And how is the atmosphere on set? You're all in costumes and all. How's that?
We're on a Disney film. We're on these incredible stages that they've built at Pinewood. Here in London, we were here for like five months, so it's a really long shoot, and you just become so close, and it's just pure magic, I guess I would say. It's pure dress-up fun, which is also what, acting is to me in a way. It's just a world of make-believe. It's like at its finest.
I think that fun, just dressing up in costumes, it kind of that would wear off if there isn't substance to it, if it isn't an interesting role. And I think Connell and Bora are such fascinating roles emotionally, and they're morally they're such an interesting roles. So then you add to that the wonderful dress up fantasy element of it, and you're just talking about a dream character to play.
It's very collaborative. It's because not only people always ask about how's it working with Angelina, but it's working with like 200 people. And Angie is one of the. She's what's cool about her as well is she knows she's an integral part of it, but she's a part of it. And that's what's wonderful about these big films is the scale, the hundreds of people of craftsmen and women and camera, sound, lighting, makeup, that all go together to make a scene happen. And that's what's magical about it as well.
It is a fairy tale, but we get to explore very kind of grounded themes that we're experiencing today, and that are based in reality. So in that way, it's not fantastical. We're dealing with issues that are real in the world, but set in this fairy tale setting.
Godmother! This isn't you. You do not know me.